Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Barry?
Doing great, man.
Good to have you back this week.
Thank you. Good feedback.
You'll be back tomorrow too?
I should be tomorrow too, yeah.
It was kind of a back and forth battle, and they pulled it out. Now we just gotta hope that Tennessee loses tomorrow. I don't know, we play Houston, so
What's up, Wings fans? How's everybody doing tonight? Got a final score from the NFL. Kansas City 28, Denver 24. Kansas City is just on top. Final regular season game to 24. That's their brand of football. Who's ready for our brand of football tonight? Your Wichita Wings versus the Colorado Inferno. Wings coming off a hard-fought win last weekend, 7-6 against the Omaha Kings. A hard-fought victory here at Hartman Arena. It's a doubleheader weekend here at Hartman Arena this weekend with the Colorado Inferno versus your Wichita Wings. As always, ladies and gentlemen, arena soccer is a fast and exciting game, and sometimes those shots do get sent into the crowd. So please always stay alert so that you stay safe in the event that a ball or maybe even a player finds himself suddenly flying into your area. The Wichita Wings are presented by Family Mitsubishi and the City of Park City, Kansas. Family Mitsubishi and the Dennis J. Sanders III of Autism Foundation would like to welcome all the Wings fans back here to Hartman Arena. Family Mitsubishi is proud and excited to be back for our third year as the Wings title sponsor. Want to join Family Mitsubishi in the party pit? Follow them on Facebook at Family Mitsubishi and the Dennis J. Sanders III Autism Foundation. Once you're there, you can watch for details on how to get your chance at winning some free Wings tickets.
Oh, okay, yeah. Good actually.
Park City, Kansas has partnered with the Wichita Wings since 1979. Thank you so much, Park City, for your years of support to indoor soccer. Learn about their wonderful community at parkcityks.com.
Yeah, I didn't know. Had me running around. I was cold before I put this on, then I went running. Give a second there. What's up, man?
And Wings fans, we always need you to join the Orange Army. You'll get early entrance to the games, post-game parties with the players, and special ticket opportunities. Just $20 for single memberships or $50 for the entire family. Just get on our website, WichitaWingsSoccer.com. Click under the Fans tab for all the information. Get on your phone right now. Join the Orange Army.
Even this could have been numerical. I knew numerical. Just randomly jump around through your
And Wings fans, welcome back to Hartman Arena for the 2021-2022 Wichita Wings Major Arena Soccer League.
That's how I listed out.
The Wings are back. Let's show our visitors on the live stream and the Colorado Inferno just how loud we can make Hartman Arena rock. Let me hear you, Wings fans. And of course, our DJ up in the booth, spinning the tunes, DJ Keenan. Johnny Freedom will be out and about with a wireless mic.
We got some birthday parties over here, Jared.
We do. We've got some birthdays with the Wichita Wings. And I'm your public address announcer, Jared Serrano. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at Hartman Arena. Let's bring out those.
I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest, I was not the biggest, I was not the best dribbler, I was not the best shooter, I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best, but I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, you know, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Game-winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm egomaniac or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into. To realize that we had an amazing product that was community based.
And now, Wichita, are you ready? Let's introduce tonight's Wichita Wings. Wearing number 1, playing goalkeeper, Aaron Parrott. On the bench, welcome back to the pitch, number 2, Kieran Laking. At midfield, the newest wing, number 3, Christian Lima. At midfield, number 9, Alex Perez. Also at midfield, number 13, Taylor Henry. Number 14, on the bench, Brent 23, Peter Espinosa. At forward, number 25, the California kid, Jared Robbins. At midfield, number 41, Roger Downing. Your starting goalkeeper, welcome back to the pitch, number 58, the lawman, Steven Hammerstein. At midfield, number 52, the Eagle, Conrad Roger. Ladies and gentlemen, your head coach, Robert Downing, assistant coaches Kevin Tonight and Kyle Little. Tonight's trainers are Serena Little and Eddie Uloa. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Wichita Wings. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your caps. Direct your attention to the west goal. The Tornado Alley Young Marines Color Guard will present the colors of the United States of America. The Young Marines strengthen the lives of America's youth by teaching the importance of self-confidence, academic achievement, honoring our veterans, good citizenship, community service, and living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The program focuses on character building and leadership and promotes a lifestyle that is conducive to being productive members of society. Now, please join us in paying respect to our colors as Ashley Showalter sings our national anthem. Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets right glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you so much, Ashley Showalter.
Welcome into Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas. That's just 5 minutes north of Wichita, if you wonder why we're the Wichita Wings playing in Park City. This arena, as you can see, if you're tuning in to your first time watching the match, is perfect for indoor soccer. And it's a pleasure to have the Wichita Wings here and calling the game on behalf of the Wichita Wings. I'm Blake Shoemaker, accompanied by Wichita soccer man of everything, not much mystery to LeBaron Holloman. College player, pro player, first Wichitan signed to the Wichita Wings, former Wichita Wings coach, traveled through multiple teams, MPSL, in the MISL, MPSL days, and most recently, assistant coach of the Ontario Fury for the last couple of years, LeBaron Holloman.
Great to be here, Blake. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited for this game tonight, see what the Wichita Wings, see if they can continue their good fortunes.
Yeah, we got a Colorado Inferno team in from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Got a new goalkeeper tonight, Casey Gasson, formerly of the New Mexico Runners. Casey relocated to Colorado, so this was a great fit for him. You'll see him wearing pink. Colorado's in white. The Wichita Wings in that iconic throwback from the 1988-89 season. We'll get into a little bit of that, but so new face in goal from Colorado Inferno, but overall you'll see the regulars. Guy that used to play for Ontario, Marcus Jordan.
Correct.
Marcus Jordan here for the Colorado Inferno. Jimenez, obviously Francisco Rivas out of the midfielder, Ishmael Morales as a midfielder running out of the mid, and then Armando Gonzalez, that target forward number 5, is the rounds out their starting lineup. And for Wichita, big man, the California kid Jared Robbins, Wichita's target, big number 25 there. You see the kickoff kid and our hype man Johnny Freedom down there talking, and she toe pokes one to David Lucio. Look, we got to get that thing on the deck, folks. We can't. He's not going to be able to receive that. But a friend of mine, Brian Perez, who's a former Wings player recently and in the past, would have said do something with that and get it down. So, Brian, I know you're at home watching. Thanks for the text message, and we wish you and your family a happy new year. But David's not going to do much with that ball. Kevin Tenike, Kieran Lakin on defense, David Lucio, Taylor Henry in the midfield, Jared Robbins as a target man, and Wichita Wings goalkeeper Stephen Hammerski now back from concussion protocol. Wichita still has Alfonso Lopez, who is on COVID protocol after the holidays, spending time with his family in Dallas, kind of stuck in Dallas. Fonzie, thinking of you, and LeBaron and I are looking forward to seeing you when you get back here.
Exactly. He'll be a big help to the team when he gets back.
So speaking of that 88-89 season, you would have remembered that. I think you were probably heavy in your college days or just coming out of high school right around then, right?
Correct. I was just coming out of high school, graduated high school 87, so I was 2 years into my college season at that time, you know. I loved it when I got to come back during the holiday breaks, catch Wings games, and be a part of that experience.
Yeah, this kid brings back so many memories for me because – you know, Chico Borja had just came back from the LA Lasers after was a wing and then left. You know, always, as you saw the pregame there, everything's in memory of Chico these days. But the cool thing about these kids is here in the next week or so, fans will be able to go online, pick their favorite player, pick their size, and order it. But they also can order any retro name from the 88-89 season.
That's great. That'll be great. I know there'll be a lot of guys, a lot of people looking to get involved on that.
There's a foul deep in the corner. Kieran Lakin played deep, cuts back, looking for the left foot, and a foul. And Wichita's going to have an opportunity to run a line on quickly, and referee Brian Bauer counting to 4 pretty quick. Dummy, Tenike, shot, and that's blocked. Now Lauder on the ball, dumps it low to Robbins. Robbins a little technical for the big man there, and he puts it off the boards, but Gasson does well to clean that up.
That was a really good turn and a dangerous effort. That's a good look on that free kick. You know, they were able to get a shot off and be dangerous on it. So
maybe didn't need to sub the whole line to get a shot off. Referee quick on the spot. There's no guaranteed subs. Grabs the ball, spot it, and we were on that 4-second count. Wichita does well to get it off, but maybe just bringing in 1 or 2 guys there and not the complete line change. Meanwhile, a 4v2 the other way. Lauder to Hobson. Hobson head up. He goes top shelf. Saved. Goes off the crossbar, off the shoulder of Gasson. Laid back to Alex Perez. Perez smacks one across goal. Hits the upper part of the wood on the dasher and bounces out of bounds. Alex Perez looking for his first goal in his rookie campaign for the Wichita Wings.
If he keeps shooting like that, he's going to get it. It's going to happen. You know, he was just off target a little bit, but he hit that with a lot of venom. So he'll get that goal. It's going to come.
So back to the iconic jersey. So the Wichita Wings wore this thing. Chico Borja came back from the LA Lasers. Andy Chapman, I believe the Baltimore Blast, had came back. The Wings signed a couple veteran travel guys that came in that were huge. Mike Stankovic, Victor Moreland, Chico Moreira from Chicago, Victor icon in Dallas with the sidekick, Stankovic huge in Baltimore. And those guys come in, some old names, but came into a roster of young Dale Irvine, Andy Chapman's return, Kevin Cooley still there in his final years, Terry Rowe. What a great roster. We're missing players, obviously.
Kim Runford.
Kim Runford wasn't there. He came back
he went to
a couple
Kansas
years
City.
later.
That's right.
City. But you brought back Pedro De Brito was there, Perry Vandermeck, but rookies, Tom Sowen, Goran Hunyak, counterattack from Juan Zamora. Juan takes a touch, another, the runner's there, it's Christian Lima, and he doesn't quite get there. But Wings fans, the first look at rookie Juan Zamora, who comes onto the pitch, and that's his first minutes. Juan Zamora just now cleared to the Wichita Wings. He's coming off now, but number 19, Juan Zamora, big target player, played a little outdoor for FC Wichita. We're familiar with him as a target player. We always knew he would be a good player. You know, oh, what a save from Gasson. Jared Robbins pokes that on the backside. Casey across to clean up. There's another target player, Jared Robbins. Here's Hobson's getting to his left, lays it back. Ten Eyck mishits that, but Robbins comes in. Another deflection from Gasson, who's getting called into a lot of action early. Henry, shot, saved by Casey. Hobson, another ball. Ten Eyck again, and the Wings possess. Shot from Henry, it's off the boards again. And Colorado really reeling right now, LB.
Yeah.
And Wichita, Colorado fortunate to still be 0-0. Wichita's missed some close range shots.
They have, and the keeper's made some good saves, some really important saves for them. You know, the one that hit the crossbar, he made a save off of that, and so he's keeping them in the game right now.
So we mentioned Tom Sowen as a rookie that year in 88-89. Tom Sowen ended up being an MLS coach. Goran Hunyak went on to Kansas City, kind of the Mr. Everything of Kansas City soccer at this point. He's coached in a lot of different levels, but scoring Goran Hunyak, Joey Kirk, what a great roster, and Wings fans will be able to buy those, you know, as we go forward.
If I remember correctly, Ted Eck was part of that group that came in and was part of that year as well. But there were some big names that Blake just reeled off there that you'll be able to take advantage of and purchase. Wichita got a little bit fortunate there. Okay, good block by Colin Louder. Okay, I think that got him on the head. They're going to need some attention.
Well, while Colin gets checked out here, we're going to have a trainer come out. And Colin gets his balance to him a little bit. Those always knock you a little bit off kilter, and Colin looks like he's going to be okay, but Ginger getting up, so obviously in the concussion protocol, and they'll go through the testing.
Sure.
Juan Zamora, you see right here fronting the ball for Wichita. Wings fans, this is his first game. We're running a three-man line. Roger Downing, because of players like Nico in Australia, Frank Tayu, who was in temporarily, right? We're trying to figure out that target. Branson Felties came in with Jared Robbins, both just trying to get their feet. Branson, a rookie, Jared trying to get into form. So Roger's been a third man on that line, doing well for Wichita as a player coach, just giving them a little bit of veteran leadership and a third man as a runner. But now that Juan's back, tonight you'll see one of those players drop into the mid, but Juan start to learn to play target and indoor, and there you see him with hold-up play and drawing a foul. We feel like he's going to be that guy that is going to play and switch lines in a three-man line with Felty, Robbins, and some more. And here he is again. Almost draws another foul, but back up and on the ball. Very physical, strong presence, and just doesn't quite know the indoor game yet. Put your soul on that ball, big man, and lay it backwards, and let's play.
Right. It's going to take him a little bit. You know, he did well to get to that spot. You know, he's going to have to learn, be a little bit stronger in that moment, and like you said, put his foot on the sole of the ball and let the runs develop off of him.
So if once he starts going, the guy has an absolute cannon, very accurate shot at power, and that looked like some obstruction there, but Henry's still on the ball, fighting down low, and the referees are going to let him play on.
That's good. Let them play. Let the boys play tonight. Wichita did a really good job of getting 5 behind the ball right there, slowing down that attack from Colorado.
Not a bad crowd tonight here in Wichita. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos were playing. For those of you that are watching from home, you probably noticed that flipping through your channels. We're very much in Kansas City Chiefs country and playing in an important game. It's always difficult for the Wichita Wings. That game got flexed. It was going to be a conflict tomorrow. So, then it got flexed to today for CBS or whoever carried the game, and ultimately did impact this crowd. But after the announcements, more and more people came trickling in, and Wings getting a little bit closer to the average post-COVID attendance. And pretty cool to see, what usually can be 3,000 and 4,000 in Wichita, but getting back to half of that, getting into an average of 1,800, something like that. Very important for Wichita for the Wings players and for sponsors, for the game in general, to continue to see those fans coming out when many teams, and as you know from being in Ontario, you're watching these games online, and a lot of teams that usually get 3,000 and 4,000, the attendance just hasn't came back yet, and Wichita very much has to be up there at the top of those in attendance right now.
I would think so. I would definitely think so. And the good thing with this Wichita crowd is they're very passionate. It's a very passionate group, and so they're going to create a wonderful atmosphere. There we go.
It's an assist to David Lucio, who didn't have to do much but lay the ball off to Lauder. Lauder stands and faces, and those that train against him know that he loves that little scissor, and he's going either direction. But Colin, who obviously cleared the protocol, concussion protocol, comes right back on and lifts Wichita 1-0 with just under 8 minutes left in this first quarter.
That was a very composed finish by Colin there. He did well to free himself up, and then did a very good job of finding the lower corner there. That's a good goal.
Casey Gascon, a little bit screened, was thinking that Lauder was going to go to his left, was playing that near post. Lauder didn't need much space. He got more separation than maybe he needed, but always difficult for the keeper, having to shift back to the left and worry about the ball coming back across him. But in this case, he just doesn't get set quick enough, and Lauder doesn't quite find the side net on the other side, but strikes it low and away strong enough where the goalkeeper really, those bang shots in indoor where you're only 15 yards away. Sure, it's a goal box, but it's 15 yards, and this guy's only a yard clear of the sight for the goalkeeper between the defender and the ball. That's not a lot of space, and that's why some of the best goal scorers shoot quickly in indoor.
Exactly. Well, the proximity of where Colin was allowed him to have a good look at the goal, and Colorado backed up off of him quite a bit and gave him a lot of time and space to pick out that corner.
So good start for Wichita. Really probing. Probably could have had 2 or 3 early on. Great goalkeeping from Colorado, and it was just a matter of time. The Inferno on their first games of the year, Wichita in Game 3. Inferno also, just training out of your indoor facility and trying to come. You travel in, you got that, it's not too big of a hike, but it's a drive. It's 6-7 hours from Wichita and Colorado Springs. But now you're in an arena. The fans impact the match, the music's cranked up, and it's bigger at 200 by 85. And suddenly, that crowd's right on top of you. The momentum from the Wichita Wings early in this game has Colorado back on their heels.
Right. And what Wichita's done is that they've taken the game to Colorado, and they're imposing their tempo on the game right now, which is good because even though the travel wasn't very far, they still had to travel, and that still takes a toll on you.
It's a ball in to Zamora. Zamora's going to hold this thing. He's shielding. Lucio gets the touch around. Blocked out of bounds, and that's going to be a Wichita Wings restart down near the corner. Taylor Henry on the ball. Juan Zamora, David Lucio, Kieran Lakin showing for Henry, and Daniel Sack on the right side defensively. Colorado, LeBaron, it seems like they're giving up a lot of space at the top of the box to those players that are cutting into their strong foot.
They are, but if you notice, though, they're holding one deep, so they're trying to play with 4. It's a 4v4 game down in that attacking third down there, which is going to look like, and it's not going to look like, it is going to be a lot more space to play down there. They're not even trying to defend with 5.
Yeah, but, so far, Wichita hasn't made them defend with 5 because they left a guy high, and Wichita has left a defender as well and said, that's fine, we'll play you in a 4v4.
Correct.
When, just adding that extra player, and as we say it, here comes Daniel Sack on a run out of the side. Now Henry flicks it across. Goal, Wichita! Deep run from Daniel Sack out of the back. Made Rivas, who was that player high, track. He tracked, and that broke them down. Now Henry out of the midfield finds Hobson sitting on the back post, and Jeff Bourne fashion. That's a second post goal for Wichita. Easy as you like.
Those goals are going to be come very, very much alike tonight, because if they're going to continue to defend with one high and Wichita releases that defender, then they're going to get a lot of chances like they just did and score a lot of goals tonight.
That game was wide open. We had just talked about it, that it was really opening up the 4v4 in the space. That's important for Wichita to bring that 5th guy into side. Are you going to allow them to play 5v4 and make those little runs like that, or are you going to track? And either way, that's the element of change, and now you're able to break them down. And there's a good ball into the second post there. Ismael Morales cleared by Lauder. Branson Felty now out up top, and he's going to try to hold it up, but he's bumped off the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. We got a Wings ticket upgrade for these longtime Wings fans. Thank you, Sarah and Donna, for your faithful support of the Wings.
Here come the Wings again.
Another scissor from Lauder creates space. There's that Alex Perez on the right side, number 9, over to 16, Kevin Tenike. Shot from Tenike, and it's off the woodwork, bounces down and out, doesn't go in. But what a smack from Kevin Tenike from the yellow line. That's old three-point range.
Wow.
And Tenike unlucky not to make this 3-0 for Wichita.
Wow, it's a game of inches, right? And another inch lower, and that ball's in.
There's number 10, Francisco Rivas. LeBaron here just laid the ball off and checked the middle. He's last year's MVP and leading goal scorer. Wichita doing very well to front him and make sure that he's working for everything, as Tenike's called for a bit of a push there on Ismael Morales. Rivas, hands on the hips, having to put in a little bit of work against Kieran Lakin, Brent Hobson, Daniel Sack, and Kevin Tenike, who are very aware of his capabilities and just making sure somebody else beats him tonight.
And that's going to be important, I think, for tonight, is to limit his touches on the ball.
Christian Lima foul there as he fouls Torres. Torres looking for a right-footed shot. Now Rivas on the ball, and Wichita needs to do well to set this up quickly and turn Rivas into a passer. He's trailed by Marcus Jordan, who's right here at the top of the yellow line, and he's the clear option.
Yeah, he's a left footer too.
Kick save by Hammerski. Jordan back on the ball. Knocks it out to Francisco Evera. Jordan back again. Zamora's dispossessed him. And
I don't
Jordan
know about
a little
that
bit
one.
easy to go to the ground there.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. You know, hopefully they're consistent with that call tonight.
There's Rivas again. Zamora just did well to shield and allow Wichita to regain possession. Just needs to, again, a little bit of indoor experience to stop, stick his foot on the ball and possess it instead of turning it into a battle against the boards. Hammerski on his time limit, deep in his clock. He's dumped it low to Jared Robbins in the corner. Robbins downing, Lima running off. Now Hobson on the left foot. Hobson back to Robbins. Robbins finds Brent Hobson. Wichita's going to reset. Target play back to Jared Robbins as he holds the ball, finds Hobson.
Brent's got to continue that run.
Yeah, just continue to go around. It was twice that he could have got around a little bit and overlapped, and he was in the right position, but, you know, not tracking very well in that part of the field so far is the Inferno. And here we got a 2v. It was a 2v1, well defended from Colorado to come off the bench and recover. Lima smartly looking for the second post. There's Downing on the ball. He might have a go. Lays it across to Hobson, left foot, shot across goal. Just wide from Brent Hobson. Downing back on the ball. And he's going to reset to Sack and have Sack hold on while we get a line change here. Here comes Taylor Henry. Looks like we're now running a three-man line with Henry, Downing, and Alex Perez, as they've already seen what they like from Juan Zamora as that third target. Lucio and Felty not on the same page, dispossessed. There's Ismael Morales, tries to flick it forward. Colorado loses possession as Laking picks it up. And now David Lucio clips one across to Taylor Henry.
This is good patience from Wichita right now. They've done a good job of keeping the Inferno on the field.
Colorado already aware of the rookie Branson Felty's 6 goals in 2 games and applying a lot of pressure there to Felty. Felty a little bit frustrated, but he'll be fine. He'll get through it.
It's indoor. He's going to get lots of chances.
Oh, Wichita's pressing. Lucio in against Gasson, jumps up, has to play it in the air to Morales. Lucio may have taken a knee there and kind of got a dead leg on his right quad, but he's recovering. Morales down the line. Shot and save from Stephen Hammerski. Puts that out for a corner kick.
That's something Wichita's going to have to be aware of.
Shot from Armando Gonzalez, and he's the player that when he's in, they've been leaving him high because they know he's one of the better goal scorers historically in this league. And for the Colorado Inferno, they need to get him going to have quality results here in Wichita this weekend.
Exactly, and then you're gonna have to be aware he's obviously likes to go to his left. He's got a real potent left foot. So
there's Zamora. Lucio's running on the second post. He's gonna have to shoot. He has good defense from the Inferno to turn Zamora into a shooter and take away the second post option. Casey Gasson yelling, my ball, you take the pass, and it turns Zamora into a shooter where Zamora clearly was looking to share that ball early in the possession.
Someone from Wichita's got to gamble there and get to that position where that was a really good ball that came off the boards from Kevin Tenike there. I would like to see someone from the wings take a gamble, though, and get to that spot.
It's a ball deep into the corner. Hobson defending. There's a foul against Armando. Oh, they've missed that.
Oh.
That's not a foul. Brent Hobson does well to step into that. Gets drugged down by Armando Gonzalez. And the referees have got that one wrong. And they're going to back up Wichita. Rivas on the ball.
We need VAR.
Gonzalez to his side. Deep in the right corner is Marcus Jordan. Ishmael Morales to the left. And this is going to be Jordan. Open netter. Not sure what Steven Hammerski was doing right there. Has no reason to be off his line. He's up standing around the wall for no apparent reason, and Wichita gives up an easy goal. Not only that, Hammerski diving in late, knocks his knee against the post, and comes up a little bit lame. Arguing with the referee that it shouldn't have been a free kick, which he's right, but really Wichita defended that very, very poorly, and it started with the positioning of the defenders and the goalkeeper, Steven Hammerski.
Well, I wouldn't even say the defensive. It was Steven Hammerski's decision to run up to be with the wall. I'm not understanding what brought that decision upon for him. You know, he left the goal wide open.
Yeah, the ball's not in the box. It's not down low next to the box. There's no reason to be part of that wall. Easy pass. Wichita's already committed 3 players on the wall. Somebody's open. Not to take anything away from Marcus Jordan in his first goal on the year, but I would have scored that.
Yeah.
Yes, Wings fans, I would have finished that one as well. There's Colin Lauder, steals that as they're trying to play Rivas deep. Lauder sees Robbins running on the second post. He tries it across goal. Now they're on a counter. Here's Ishmael Morales. Now Rivas, blocked by Hobson, bounces out. Shot on frame, saved again by Hammerski. Jimenez fighting down low and fouls Colin Lauder. And 2-1, Colorado very fortunate to be in this game because they got a difficult call from the referee. It was certainly a foul as Rodriguez went to the ground and drugged down the Wichita Wings player with him. But there's hard work from Wichita rookie number 21, Branson Felty. Felty just doesn't give up. A clearance over the top, and Felty beats the keeper to it. Not much keeper can do there.
No. He had to commit to coming out because his defender got caught on the wrong side of Felty and gave up that the clean look to goal. But you got to think, though, as a keeper, you got to come out. You got to get something. You know, you got to get ball or man or something. You can't just let them get free, have a free look on goal like that.
But how about the defender fronting and screening feet when the player isn't even deep down low as a target? At that point, inside that yellow line, aren't you forcing the player backwards instead of trying to get that front position? Because then anything over the top or down the line beats you.
I think it's okay to be in front if you're closer to that yellow line. You know, because they can't play it over 3 lines. Or if their wings are behind their defensive yellow line, then you stay in front of them because it can't go over 3 lines.
In that case, the defender 5-10 yards in front of the yellow line with Felty standing not in a 3-line position, but just in behind.
Correct.
And gets his motor going, and you know, Wichita calls him be nice. He does a lot of things really nice, and in that case, hard work rate, finding a position and not giving up on the play, as Casey Gasson committed to that. So Wichita gets one right back, unfortunately for Colorado, who was hanging around in a 1-goal game. Flicked by Rodriguez to the second post, blocked by the wall, cleared by Zamora. Now Zamora back in, and he's going to potentially draw a foul there, and he has. Little hold-up play from Juan, and you can see even in that part of the field, big body, screening, shielding. You can see why the Wichita Wings staff likes Juan Zamora in that physical target position.
Exactly. He did very well there in that moment to hold the ball and keep possession for the Wings and draw a foul.
There's Sack, gets that thing on the ground and tries to hit a volley, but just looking at the clock, probably a little out of character for him to try to time it like that, but he knew the end of the quarter was coming and he thought, well, give her a go, and miss hit, but Wichita steals one back on a mistake from Colorado Inferno after the Inferno drew this first quarter to 2-1. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside LeBaron Holloman on behalf of the Wichita Wings. We're going to take a short PA announcer break here for the PA announcer, but we'll keep it right here. Well, we're back here as we took a small break between the first and the second quarter to honor the military fan of the game, where Wichita Wings organization gives away a couple tickets to a military representative, not necessarily active duty in this case is, but Marine Sergeant Chip Weber there, and we try to take that time as an organization to allow somebody to be recognized, bring their family out, and Johnny Freedom, dubbed Johnny Freedom, not his real last name, but is also a Marine. Homeland Security, FBI, State Trooper, has had a lot of those gigs. So perfect guy to go up and honor these guys here between the first and second quarter. As always, we support the troops and everybody, armed forces, military, and so forth, that protect us every day. So thank you, veterans.
Absolutely. What a great way to honor people that allow us to do what we do.
Start of the second quarter here. Wichita pressing just a little bit. Dispossessed by Laking. He plays Perez and back to Laking, and now they're going to recycle. And Wichita try to get back into a tactical game plan. We've been sped up just a little bit. Oh, what a flick there. Alex Perez, he does get his first goal.
There you go.
A ball across from Taylor Henry, and Perez gets a cheeky little touch on it for his first goal as a Wichita Wings. Congratulations, Alex Perez, on your first goal. Assist, Taylor Henry.
That's why you shoot back post, and that's why you make get to the back post and put yourself as a present. Satisfy that position right there.
Another difficult save for Casey Gasson, who's already has a runner running free on the second post and has to adjust to the shot, but now has to adjust to that little flick on. And the Inferno just not doing a very good job of defending deep down in that defensive third. Too much space, ultimately. Too much space for Wings players.
Yeah, but it all started with a good ball from Kevin Tenike down to Jared Robbins, and Jared did a good job of digging that ball out of the corner and setting up Taylor Henry for the shot.
Ball down to Armando Gonzalez. Plays Morales. Morales swings to Francisco Evera, back to Morales. Colorado trying to take a little bit of air out of this ball and just possess it and get settled in for a second. Bad pass, but Jordan does well to deal with it. He's looking to have a shot from the top of the box, and that's blocked by Wichita blockmaster Daniel Sack. Nobody takes more blocks in this league than Daniel Sack. A couple years in a row, leads the league in blocks. Kevin Tenike takes a ton of them as well. But Sack always communicating, always smiling, just loving every bit of time that he has on the pitch, but is the first player to go to the ground, take blocks, even out those shots where he's 10 yards away, he's putting his body in front of even.
I'll tell you who's dangerous for Colorado is that Armando Gonzalez. He does a good job of creating his shot, and he's got a really good left-footed shot. Wichita's going to have to be careful in 1v1 situations.
This could be dangerous right here as Gonzalez lines up far out to the right. He's going to get the ball. Goes with the right foot, really wanted it on his left, as you said. Wichita fortunate that ball wasn't, to the front foot.
Yeah, there's a misplayed ball there. He did well to get a shot off and get it on target, though.
Found himself a very deep position in the corner and wasn't marked, and Wichita had overloaded the Wichita Wings defensive right side, and they found the opposite side, found number 5, Gonzalez, who was just fouled there. And Gonzalez, he did well to put it on frame, but not his best effort. Draws a foul down low.
That ball was always going to be going into Rosie. He wasn't set up for the shot, and he just looked like he just had no other options but other than just try and put his foot through it.
Rarely do you see, even at the highest levels of outdoor professional football or anywhere, players take first-time shots on balls across their body on a flat pass like that. 9 times out of 10 they miss the ball, and that's why you just don't see that attempt. And that's why, if you do get it, your hips open and the ball's in the rafters.
Right.
Trick pass from Casey Gasson. Looks right, goes between his legs to Morales, and the Inferno just now starting to get a little bit of patience to them. They were sped up for the whole first quarter. Coach John Wells has done a good job of getting the team back organized and saying, hey, boys, it's going to be a long weekend here if we do that. Let's calm down and try to connect some passes. But Wichita up to the challenge, and that was a well-read defensive play from Roger Downing, who's now helping in the midfield as Wichita is missing Fonzie, Guillermo Oliveira, and Alfonso Lopez. Downing still filling in, whether it's COVID, whether it's injury, or whether the league hasn't cleared a player yet. Wichita still down a few bodies and trying to get back to full strength here.
That was a really good tackle from Kieran Lakin down in the corner there.
Now they're caught subbing here, and there's Rivas on the ball. Second post.
That should have been goal number 2 right there.
It should have been goal number 2, and very fortunate for Wichita. Lack of composure for Inferno. Lucio goes right, gets a touch off the boards with his body, that is. Great tackle from Casey Gasson. Lucio goes stumbling into the boards. 3v3 the other way. Played deep for Rivas, defended by Hobson. Feisty defensive player, Brent Hobson. He won't give up much down there. And ball played off the boards to Hammerski. Pushed in the back is Kevin Tenike. Tenike not going to like that, and that's going to be a warning to Dominguez Ventura, former player for the Colorado Rumble. Tenike not happy on his way off, but just screening there for Hammerski, who had the ball the whole way, and he's two-hand shoved into the goal.
Yeah.
Fortunately, doesn't hit the post or the board. So
very fortunate. He is very fortunate. I thought he did, but he didn't, which is a good thing.
Armando Gonzalez tries to double team with Morales. A little bit of disorganization, but Armando Gonzalez finding ways to impact this game subtly, not just as a hold-up player and being a dangerous goal scorer, but in a one-man press down there, and now he's released. Jordan looks up, can't find him. They recycle the ball, and there's a 2v2 down there with Gonzalez against Sack. Felty doubles down. Here comes Taylor Henry, and it forces Colorado to reset. Ball played in from Jordan, picked off by Brent Hobson. Brent Hobson very familiar with winning a ball in a defensive end and coming out being dangerous. LeBaron, I once saw Brent Hobson tally a hat trick on all shorthanded goals.
Oh, really?
In the first year of the MASL, would have been the Wichita B-52s. After the Wings, the B-52s came in. Brent, who was training with you as you coached the Wichita Wings, but wasn't yet in the roster, started to get minutes for Coach Larry Enlow. Good block there. It looked like it was blocked actually by Colorado, but stood up well in the box by Hobson. Anyway, Brent, show me that. That may be an MASL record.
I think
How many
so.
guys got a shorthanded hat trick?
Yeah, you hear of teams getting a collective hat trick, but not one player.
Not the most organized press from the Inferno, but very effective right now. Wichita reeling to get out of the back and took a foul, errant foul from them to get a line change for Wichita to break this pressure. It didn't look good for Wichita.
David Lucio did a real good job of leaving the leg trail in there to draw that foul. You know, and because Wings were tired, they needed a sub in that moment, which allowed them to get off and get some fresh legs on.
Zamora looking for a shot. He has it. Comes back across goal. Saved by Gasson. Taylor Henry deep into the boards and wanted a pass back. Gasson up and firing to Ishmael Morales to 2v2. Plays it deep into the corner. Defended by Kieran Laking. Wichita resets. Rivas. Little chip to Tenike. Wichita's going to be out and running here. 2v2 with Perez and Zamora. Rivas sticks his body in at midfield against Zamora. Didn't see much of it, LeBaron. It looked like Zamora went down fairly easy.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I was watching the play on the other side there. But the one thing is Rivas, he doesn't like to defend, so I wouldn't put it past him to try and slow the play down there so he doesn't have to get too deep to defend.
Yeah, take a little shot, kill that at midfield. Yeah. It's probably goes unnoticed or isn't even a card, a foul.
Right.
Off the ball, but you kill those runs.
Right. No, but Wichita's got to defend this free kick here right now. Keep it at 1.
Dominguez Ventura down low instead of Rodriguez as they're switching man for man in a line change. And that's going to be an intentional clearance.
I'm not sure about that. That's a save. You know,
yeah, they're calling it an intentional clearance, but without a doubt is a kick save from Stephen Hammerski. And now can Wichita get this right? The last and only goal came off a restart for Colorado. There's Jordan on the left foot, blocked away by Kieran Laking. Gonzalez finds Jordan. Jordan down low. They play it back. That's going to be Casey Gasson's one touch in the possession. Off comes Gonzalez. In comes Ventura. Those two guys on a two-man line, pretty big bodies in there in their first couple games of the year. Their first game of the year. We know they've played some preseason games there in Colorado, but it's a big pitch, takes a lot out of you, and now we're seeing those subs shorten up for their target player, carrying a little bit of size with them as well.
Yes.
That's why you see Wichita running the three-man target. Now Ventura a little slow to recover. Wichita's in the 4v4. Lakin beats his man. Now a 3v3. Target, Zamora, Laking, cross goal, cheeky flick. Kieran Laking with the little finesse, playing off the target, Juan Zamora. And there's a goal for the Englishman from Hartlepool, England, Kieran Laking.
Great hold-up play from Zamora there. Held his position well, laid it off with the perfect weight on it, so all Kieran had to do was decide how he wanted to finish the ball.
Love that he went back to his left foot and showed that he was going to shape that across goal. Gasson commits low into the far post and then just a cheeky little flick, but easy as you like from an outdoor defender to come inside, not have a lot of looks throughout his career. Kieran Lakin has turned into a goal-scoring threat over the last couple years for the Wichita Wings.
And that's the indoor game, though, because really, as a defender in the indoor game, you're probably playing more like a 6 in the outdoor game. So you're able to get forward and get some chances on goal, than you do in the outdoor game. So over the past couple of years, he's learned that, and he's done well with getting himself forward and getting goals. Wichita's been doing a really good job in their half-field set defending because Inferno have tried to slow the game down a little bit and build. And Wichita's doing a good job of getting bodies in front of the ball, stepping in front, winning balls, and not allowing Colorado to get clean looks on goal.
obviously I'm not fond and don't quite understand leaving a player high, cherry picking, and putting your team in a defensive 4v4. They changed, and they're not doing that. They're getting players behind the ball. But now that they're slowing it down and getting forward in possession, and they're not their typical transition, get out and run that we've seen over the last couple of years from the Inferno, their legs are getting heavy. They're really not recovering very well on the defensive end. And you see, a defender for Wichita who is in the defensive third, comes running out, receives this ball, and then just plays a 1-2 off target player Juan Zamora and gets an open look. At this point, it's going to be a long day for the Colorado Inferno if John Wells doesn't get his guys to stick. We said it last game, but principles before passion.
Right.
And it's great to come out here and want to be caught up in this game. And first game of the year, the jitters, the adrenaline, all of those things. But you have to kill runs. We saw it, even though maybe we didn't like it, from Francisco Rivas in the middle of the field.
Right.
You got to kill runs and you got to track.
Right.
You got to get back.
Exactly. And you take a look at, the goal's been scored by a defender. Okay, well, that means there's a forward or an attacking midfielder that didn't track their runner. And if that keeps happening, it's going to be a long game for Colorado. And I think we've already seen that their target players, they don't like to defend. I mean, what forward likes to defend, really? But in the indoor game, if you're going to be a successful team, you got to defend with 5 and attack with 5.
Yeah, in the old days, guys like Eric Rasmussen would just have a guy on their line that was a runner, right? I know there was a year, Kevin Law, Wichita player, went to UMKC, came back, was on that Newman University team that went pretty far under former Wings goalkeeper and Newman University head coach Cliff Brown as a NCAA D2 school here. The best season that they had was a ton of local guys. Enlow, Harding, Paul Schaefer, right? A lot of old Wings, Cushing. Just thinking about that kind of transition and work and grit. As I pause here and we watch Armando Gonzalez pirouetting on the ball. So one thing we hadn't seen from him yet was pirouetting on the ball. And got a little bit of beef here between Christian Lima and number 13, Darwin De La Rosa. Did somebody take a shot down there, LeBaron?
Somebody took a shot at
De La Rosa?
Yeah.
So was there a swing, a punch?
It wasn't De La Rosa. It was a third man in.
A third man comes off the bench.
Yeah.
And if that was number 12, Josue Jimenez, I believe if it was after the play, they're going to have a talk about that. But was there a punch thrown, or what did you have?
There was a push. He came and he pushed him pretty hard. It wasn't a punch, but he was way late coming in, number 13.
Yeah, so Christian Lima, rookie, says, hey, he made contact up to my head, whether it was a push or whatever. Lima's lobbying for it being to the face, but that's 2 penalties. They're going to be down 2 players in one shot because the first foul was a 2-minute penalty, and the second one was a player coming off the bench, and now you've got a misconduct penalty that was an actual physical encounter, which is servable by a 2-minute penalty this day and age. It's not just a yellow card, but it's probably a 2 and a yellow, so a 5-minute guaranteed penalty. And we'll wait to hear from the PA announcer here, Jared Cirillo.
It looks like they've given a double 2-minute penalty because it's like Christian Lehman's going to the box as well.
Kevin Tenai, captain for the Wichita Wings down there,
Okay, we have the original
getting
foul.
information.
The original foul was on the Wings, number 3, Christian Lima. That was the foul. The 2-minute penalty come after the foul. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, simultaneous for number 13 for Colorado, Darwin De La Rosa, and number 3, Christian Lima. 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike conduct, simultaneous. A second 2-minute penalty for Colorado, also unsportsmanlike conduct to number 12, Josu Jimenez. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, followed by a 5-minute yellow card.
So there you have it. De La Rosa and Jimenez both on unsportsmanlike conduct, 2-minute penalties, followed by a yellow card. Also to Jimenez, who may have came off the bench, but either way, after the late push and the misconduct, jumps onto the bench to try to avoid that. He's going to serve 5 minutes, but now it's 4-on-3. If you're an indoor soccer fan and you like rapid football, this is 4-on-3 for 2 minutes. Should one of the teams score, it does not kill any of the penalties because both teams are serving penalties. So we will be shorthanded for the entire 2 minutes for Colorado.
Let's get these guys fired
4 for Wichita, 3 for Colorado. A 5-minute penalty for Josue Jimenez. 2 minutes Christian Lima of Wichita, 2 minutes De La Rosa. Colorado and Wichita renew that rivalry. Usually it doesn't carry over after the match, LeBaron, but does get heated during the game, and Wichita Wings fans now starting to try to impact this. They're getting a little fired up along with the players.
Well, and Colorado's probably got some frustrations building, because Wichita's handling them pretty good on the scoreboard and getting a lot of chances and making them worry about the game. Even though we're in the second quarter, they're worried about this game getting out of hand.
And as they should be, really. Casey Gasson making 6-7 saves in this game early on that has kept the score. Look, it's 5-1. It feels like it's out of hand, but it certainly could be worse. And now 4-on-3, very difficult to defend with the width of this pitch at 85 feet wide. It's a lot of space for 3 defenders. And there's the opportunity for Kevin Tenike on the back post. Rivas collects. He was trying to dribble out of pressure, just shield a little bit. Wichita doesn't need to foul here. Hobson and Lucio double team. They win it back. Now it's a 4v2. Rivas is going to recover. Rivas, Jordan, and Armando Gonzalez. Questionable or curious decision from Coach John Wells to come with Rodriguez and and Rivas, who we really haven't seen defend much at all. It's the midfielder who's tracked the least, and your target player, who you left standing early in the game as a target, are in the 3-man power play or penalty kill. They've done well so far, but Wichita did get a great look early in this. I like Marcus Jordan there. He's done well in this game. He defends well. He's a defender by nature.
Right. I got to imagine that he went with a little bit of seniority there because, based off what we've seen tonight, those guys haven't been very proficient defensively. But like you said, this is maybe why they're on right here.
Knowing that they might get that counter. Wichita also down a player with just 4 players on the field. But now Rivas, who's one of your better goal-scoring threats, has got to be on for this 2 minutes and just covering a lot of ground. Hobson forces that. Tenike forces it. Now Henry, calm down and get a good look, and here it comes. Ball across. Lucio, saved by Gasson, cleared away by Rivas. And Rivas, a lot of work in this penalty kill right now. 30 seconds.
Wichita needs to move the ball a little quicker, okay, because they've got him 4v3. The ball's got to move. Here we go. There you go. All right, a little bit better there, but they got to move the ball quicker to create those chances and these openings, and they're gonna come if they move the ball.
Hobson finds Lucio. Lucio down low to Henry. Henry surveying, finds Tenike on the second post. Goal. And that's exactly what you expected the whole time. They got that look early in the sequence. Just missed the shot, Kevin Tenike, earlier, but Wichita needed to calm down and make the most out of that. You had 3 players on the field for a very long time. They did run off Armando Gonzalez, and Ventura came in, but again, those are guys that are on 2-man lines.
Right.
So already they're players on 2-man lines. Look, that was probably a bigger win for the Wichita Wings than a lot of people realize right now, because they had 2 target players and the league leading goal scorer, Golden Boot winner last year in the league, on the field for 2 minutes defending. That takes a lot out of them in this second quarter. And, you and I have talked for a long time about keeping shifts short, having them at 30, 45 seconds, and especially those midfield runners is, you as a player getting up and down the field, how quick that lactic acid can set in during a match.
And the thing is, once you get to a point where you're exhausted like that, you pretty much spend the rest of that quarter trying to recover, because your line mate, he's going to be coming off and you haven't fully recovered, and you go back on and you're still a little bit tired. And like you said, that lactic acid builds up and it takes you a while to recover. They
got eight players on the bench, which means they have 3 over what they actually need for a line. And I know it's not ideal to bring in 3 extra guys that maybe haven't been running on 3-man lines and say, hey, look, we need you to kill this 4-on-3 for 2 minutes. But, you know, would you have went ahead and looked at those 3 fresh guys and said, give me what you have for the 2 minutes?
I think so, you know. But again, it goes back to what have they worked on? You know, have they really worked? Have those guys been part of it? But to be honest with you, no one really works on a 4v3.
Right.
So,
right. I can't imagine.
Yeah, but you still have a power play defensive unit that you would take 3 of the 4 that you normally have, though, I would think.
And in that case, I'm anticipating that 2 of those guys were in the penalty box. 2 defenders were serving penalties, and that's why we saw that. Strike from Lima, picked up and scooped away by Gasson. And there's Laking coming in. Laking fouls Ben Gallardo. Gallardo looks like he was asking for a timeout. And they do get one, Colorado. He's asked 3 or 4 times, and the referee was waiting for the player on the ball to ask for it. But Colorado definitely needing to reset their lines, recover from that 2-minute penalty kill where Wichita scored with just 3 seconds left in a 4v3 penalty kill for Colorado. And really, LeBaron does Josue Jimenez not come off the bench and join that. It's 4v4, no harm done maybe. Maybe they kill that thing, but that's an awful lot of time to defend this pitch with 3 players.
Right, he's done himself a disservice. He's done his team a disservice, you know, because he's out of the play for 7 minutes now.
Yeah, now waiting for a guaranteed substitution.
Right.
Is this timeout a guaranteed?
He could have been guaranteed, but because he had his 2-minute penalty and a 5-minute, he's out for 7 minutes.
So we haven't eclipsed the 5 minutes.
Correct.
So now he's going to have to wait for another guaranteed substitution,
Correct.
which is going to be a goal or another penalty as Colorado's use their timeout for the half. I suppose they could use another, but you don't want to blow both your timeouts in the first half.
Absolutely, because the way this game's going, they're going to need it in the second half.
But not a bad timeout here from Coach John Wells to take this timeout and say, hey, boys, there's 4 minutes left in this half. If we can fix this thing, let's not hemorrhage any more goals, but can we score one? Can we calm down, create a couple good chances, see if we can cut into this lead a little bit, but let's not let Wichita stretch it out anymore before the half.
I'm sure a lot of the comments in that huddle was, look, next goal has to be ours. You know, we got to get the next goal because it's a big goal. And all goals are big goals, you know, but, you know, it's from the standpoint of where this game sits right now, this next goal is a big goal for Colorado.
Ball into the corner for Rivas, defended by Brent Hobson. Hobson again on the ball. He's just going to clear it, hits the referee, bounces out. Flicked by Alex Perez, who's playing with a little bit of confidence. Clipped upfield by Downing, but that's picked off by Colorado. Branson Felty working hard, and Downing now extending the press, hoping that they can keep him in here with the 3-line rule. And Colorado, probably the best they've done at breaking that press so far this game. Ball driven upfield now to Gonzalez off the foot of Morales. Gonzalez left foot, takes a shot, kick save to Stephen Hammerski. Perez flicks it forward, now Felty in a 1v1 with Morales, but he misses the ball. And decent little heel flick there from Morales. They combine, and another ball dumped in deep to Armando Gonzalez, but he's got the 1v1 with Sack. Wichita quick to recover from Taylor Henry. And that's going to be a jersey tug against Armando Gonzalez, and really could have went either way, maybe even a no call.
Yeah, Colorado's made it clear how they're going to play this game. They're going to isolate their target player and get the ball long and try and get runners off of them.
There's a ball long to Zamora. Zamora holding that ball up on his right foot, looking back, sees the 1v1, thinking about cutting in, lays the ball across. Kevin Tenike, and Tenike missed. Great ball from Juan Zamora, and a great save again from Casey Gasson. Off his line to the top of the box, and he says, hey, boys, let's go. Kill that run, get your body in. It's too easy as he releases across the top, and Tenike looking for number 2 in this game.
And that all originated from Zamora being able to turn and face his guy up. You know, that defender that was, I think it was Marcus Jordan, he can't let Zamora turn and face him like that.
Zamora fighting again, knocked down there by Dominguez Ventura after the play, but Zamora's a call comes from the other side of the field on a foul. Ventura turns around and bodies Zamora errantly knocks him to the ground. And to be honest, he's been on for a lot of minutes in this game. I'm not even sure if that was an intentional body to turn around and send that message, although he is a big guy and Zamora had kind of handled him in that target. So I'm sure at 6-1 there's some frustration, but this is the mental errors. Late in this half, a minute and a half ago, Coach John Wells took a timeout and had to say no more power plays. Don't let him extend it. The next goal has to be ours. But look, difficult situation to put your goalkeeper in your, and here's Jordan again, here's Rivas again on this. Guys back in on extended minutes. This is a difficult half, and Colorado's going to do well if they can just make it out of this half and kill this penalty off at this point.
They are going to have to be able to control their emotions right now, because he picked up a yellow card on that as well. So he's got a 5-minute misconduct as well. So they're going to have to control their emotions if they want to have a chance to get back in this game.
Wichita getting a power play probing. That's Tenike on the left, Hobson up top. On the right, shot from Hobson. Jared Robbins, big man, takes it off his head, takes it off his chest, header to Lauder. Lauder receives it, flick. That's a goal to the Eagle, Colin Lauder, and an assist. Chest flick from Jared Robbins up in the air. He tries to trap that. Nobody else is going up that high and getting it but Jared Robbins at 6'4", and he finds the smallest guy on the field, Colin Lauder, who just goes near post against Gasson, and Wichita's found a 7-1 lead. That power play's done, but again, you thought we had a yellow card there, right?
I thought we did. I thought, well, maybe because I saw Brian Bauer, the referee, he showed a yellow card there.
Okay, so
but I think he may have grabbed the wrong card. That's what I'm thinking.
So
but he did show yellow.
2-minute misconduct penalty after the play, and Wichita takes advantage of that in the first few seconds. Second goal of the night from Colin Lauder. Assist to Jared Robbins, and Wichita 7-1. 2 minutes left in this half. Fans, if you're just tuning in, it's been a physical game. A lot of cards have been thrown. Josue Jimenez still in the box on a 5-minute penalty. Waiting for a guaranteed substitution. Wichita back on the ball again. There's Downing. Downing to Laking. Laking down low to the target man, Jared Robbins, trying to hold the ball. Wichita doing really well at finding their target in this game. That ball across, down low to Roger Downing, laid back to Christian Lima, and the Sao Paulo, Brazil native gets his first goal as a Wichita Wing on an assist from Roger Downing.
The Wings look really good right now. They're really good. Their composure is good. Their ball movement is good. They're finding guys in the right positions to score goals. Hey, this has been a great half for Wichita.
The Wichita, like you said, everything really going their way. And let's be honest, for those tuning in watching this game, you're seeing a Colorado team that's been on the field, some of these guys for an awful lot of minutes. The Wings, even after transition, the Wings have a chance to keep them on the field, and they're really slowing down, controlling the ball, controlling the clock, keeping the Colorado defenders on the field. And then you've got 2-minute penalties after the play, misconduct fouls, 5-minute penalties, and you've got even more reason for Colorado to not be able to go deep into their bench, and they're really paying for it right now early in this first half.
Yep, and they can't wait for halftime to get here, I'm sure, to regroup and get a little bit of rest and regroup and hopefully find a way to get themselves back into this game. But Wichita keeps playing like they're playing. It's going to be difficult for them.
A well done from Sack against Gonzalez, who was turning to his left foot in the box. There's Felty on the ball, and that's going to roll into Hammerski in the safe hands of the lawman. Forward throw to Felty. Felty's on it. He gets a touch. Stephen Hammerski with an assist. Full field to Branson Felty, the rookie, who brings that ball down on his right foot and just clips it in off the outside of his foot. And it couldn't be going any worse for the Colorado Inferno.
You know what? Take nothing away from the finish from Branson Felty, but the defense from Colorado is questionable, very questionable. Now, how you're going to let the guy get behind you in that situation right there.
Great throw from Stephen Hammerski. Felty on a diagonal run across to lead him into that space. But like you said, we talked about this on Felty's first goal where the ball was in behind. It was a pass, though, not a throw from the keeper. But it was in behind where he was able to find that. There's just too much space between the yellow line and the last defender.
Right.
And it's too much space for Casey Gasson to cover.
Yeah.
it's bad positioning and ultimately has led to Felty opportunistically jumping on two of those balls in behind to just get 1v1s with the keeper.
Yeah, the first one from Felty was just a good little touch on the ball. Keeper came out too far, I feel. But this one was a good finish from him. He took it well off the first touch and then had a little good right-footed flick to score the goal. So that was good. But the defending from Colorado is very, very questionable because they're not defending well. They're getting in front of guys when they should be, manned up with them a lot tighter. It's going to be a long game for Colorado.
Here's another 2v. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Looked like a 2v1. Lucio gets out and runs. That's Francisco Everett come over with the hard challenge, but he does get the ball. Well defended from him. Zamora flashing in. Hammerski saying, let's calm down, but Hobson gets it and sees Zamora on a diagonal. He throws it forward. Juan Zamora, rookie, number 19 in his first action as a Wichita Wing, turns, fires at the buzzer, and that's going to be out of bounds. But that's a half from Wichita, and I don't know that Wings fans could want much more out of that first half, LeBaron, than a 9-1 lead. The one goal coming off a disorganized defensive set piece from Wichita, where Hammerski's going to look back at that and really realize what we said is, man, I was out of position. Whatever information he was trying to relay that they weren't taking, they need to sort that out ahead of time. But he'll fix it. The team took his back at 2-1. Wichita reels off at that point 7 unanswered goals and really opens this thing up by 3 more goals after that 4-minute mark timeout from Coach John Wells.
Right. Wichita, like I said earlier, they've done a really good job of controlling this game, controlling the tempo of the game, because there's times when they sped the game up, when they slowed it down. They're picking out the right passes, finding guys in good scoring positions. That has to be one of the better halves Wichita's played in a long time. But that was a really good half of soccer right there from Wichita Wings.
For as many saves as Casey Gasson made early in that half, we said it early, is this could be a long night because there's no way he keeps up with that. And you know what? You should have, but the next 4 or 5 may hit the back of the net. And Wichita getting backdoor tap-ins, looks just around that Park City sign right in the middle of the box inside the penalty spot. And Wichita getting looks from there from Colin Lauder, Christian Lima, right? Guys like that. Alex Perez scored from there. Felty carrying that ball deep. 4 or 5 of these goals are inside the penalty area. Just not good enough defending from the Colorado Inferno. We're going to take this to a break and turn it over to our halftime commercial break as Family Mitsubishi, Wichita Wings title sponsor, comes onto the field with the brand new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. They come on for a ball toss. We're going to kick this to the commercials. LeBaron and I have had a lot of goals to call and expect fireworks in the second half, so we're going to take a bathroom break and be back with you in a little bit.
Come see one today at Family Mitsubishi.
Sorry, Chico. Come on. I know. I'm sorry.
Hey, welcome to Family Mitsubishi. My name's Elmer. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I know you're here to upgrade your car.
Yeah.
So I just need the keys and...
Chico, it's okay. We talked about this. It's Family Mitsubishi. We're in good hands.
Hey, Chico, just don't worry about it, man. We're family here. We're gonna take good care of you. Just give me the keys and I will show you that brand new car. All we need now is your signature.
Wait, Chico, you know what? This time, you can drive.
I believe when I was growing up that I was not the fastest, I was not the biggest, I was not the best dribbler, I was not the best shooter, I was not the best whatever. I believed that I was not the best, but I believed that I was a smart player. The indoor game was for me, man. I mean, I was like, okay, I can do this. You know, I love playing it off the boards. I love banging into the boards. I love the physical part of it and the excitement of it. And I remember scoring a few goals. My thing was somehow I needed to get to those boards. I needed to bang on those things and I needed to celebrate. And it was perhaps my last goal that I would ever score. And it was like that every time. And it was, you know, that was me. To me, that goal, that particular time, it was just a highlight that I needed to express for something to come out of me. And yeah, if it's flamboyancy, absolutely, if that's what they call it, but I call it just clear excitement for the fact that that's what you get paid for.
Winning goal is overtime, and this is what it's all about. God, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful.
Chico Borja, born in Ecuador, raised in New Jersey, American collegiate star, member of the U.S. national team.
Absolutely not. I play hard. I played as hard as I could every single game. I don't remember having a bad game, and I don't think that's saying that I'm egomaniac or whatever. I never did. I play hard. I score goals. After the game, it took me a long time to recuperate from those highs that I took myself into. To realize that we had an amazing product that was community based, to see what the product was and to see how amazing it was, how you come in Wichita, are you ready? And it just went crazy, and the people see us playing the games and hoping, and there's another season that we lost in the playoffs, and man, we get behind them again and again and again and again until it was over. But while he was there, man, it was fun. It was awesome.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Check the reviews. The people have spoken. Epic Heating and Cooling is the call to make. Make sure your home is safe and efficient with our $79.95 furnace tune-up special. Year-end savings on complete systems. Epic service, not epic prices. Epic Heating and Cooling.
It's the walk of life. Keenan, you are killing it tonight, bro. Keenan, the DJ, Kiki. Up in the booth up there, he's killing it. Ladies and gentlemen.
You're good if you want to.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your captain, Kevin Taylor. Kevin, you guys are having a good game so far. What do you think?
We're doing so far. Moving the ball well. Sometime around, playing games with pretty unselfish teamwork and going great.
No, I think you guys are doing great. You obviously guys worked on some things. This is different. It looks like, I don't know, almost like a different team from last week.
Yeah, I think we got a little more energy, a little more focus today. A couple days off before the first start of the game last week, and you can tell that first quarter. And today we came out ready to play.
Absolutely. You got some new guys with some goals. Got Alex with his first goal. Christian Leo with his first goal. Juan Zamora doing well. A lot of new faces trying to take the pressure off the old guys, Kevin, huh?
Yeah, it's exciting. They mentioned that we're down the field and run. The only thing is these guys are working on their celebrations.
Yeah, their celebrations are weak, man, right? You gotta work on these celebrations. Blow kisses to the ladies, for goodness sake. Right, Kevin? Ladies and gentlemen, your captain, Kevin Tanite. Let's get this place fired up. You guys ready for some Wichita wings? How about this side over here? Wichita! 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 Wichita, Kansas, the best fans in indoor soccer in America!
Well, welcome back to Hartman Arena in Park City, Kansas. I'm Blake Shoemaker alongside color commentary of LeBaron Holloman, and we're ready to kick off this second half. We came back about a minute or two ago, but we didn't want to cut off hype man Johnny Freedom down there with Captain Kevin Tanite talking to the fans. So we let it run for a few minutes. But LeBaron, what do you say? What's the coach talking about if you're Roger Downing at halftime? What about if you're Inferno coach John Wells? Well, what has to happen at the beginning of this second half for these teams?
Well, I think if I'm Roger Downing, I'm telling the boys, look, keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving the ball well. Keep sharing the ball. Keep finding players in good scoring position. If I'm the Inferno coach, you know, I'm telling them, look, guys, we got to defend better. We got to do a better job in our 1v1 matchups, and then we got to eliminate the counterattacks.
Now, these teams are on a doubleheader, so tomorrow Wichita hosts at 5 p.m. the Colorado Inferno again, right back at it. You know, of course, the Inferno, an early start, Francisco Rivas, and what a dream start to the second half. Armando Gonzalez is found quickly to counter, and then they find a 2v1 against Stephen Hammerski, Francisco Rivas from Armando Gonzalez, and that gets it to 9-2, so a quick start. Are you just focusing on knowing it's a 2-game road trip for them, and they have to turn around and play tomorrow? Do you just try to clean things up and do things right? And if you get back into this game, great. If not, let's not continue to hemorrhage going into tomorrow. At some point, you just fix the simple things, right?
Yes, especially considering what the scoreline is. You know, you take it one shift at a time. You know, that's how you have to frame it and talk about it. You know, guys, let's go out in this one shift at a time, and then we go from there. On that goal there, you saw them cherry picking, and Wings got caught in that scenario again.
Very lackadaisical start, if you will, for the Wichita Wings into this half. That's the second turnover. That one off the boot of Laking playing it across, and Wichita just now getting out and breaking this pressure. Lucio 2v2 alongside Hobson. He touches it to Hobson. Hobson on the ball, back to Lucio. Lucio taps it in. Easy 2v2 goal in transition. Wichita scores a simple one, getting out and running. That's going to be a gut shot to the Inferno after they get a quick one in this half. Wichita now, this game, goal. Every time you turn around, and that's 2 goals in 1 minute and 9 seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah, and that's the indoor game for you right there, all right? You know, you like goals being scored, you come out and you support your indoor teams, because that's what you're going to see is a lot of goals. But once again, Inferno's defending, you know, have a lot of questions have to be asked of that, because that's way too easy for David Lucio to make that run and get into the box and not have anyone around him to even contest it.
Gonzalez back to Morales. They swing through the back and dump this ball deep. That's picked off by Kevin Tanite, intended for Armando Gonzalez. Juan Zamora on the ball. Here's Downing with a shot. Smashed. Gasson to the ground, back up. Zamora very dangerous, looking to get out and run on that 3v2 for Wichita. Nobody really committed until late. He was looking to shoot, but then he rolls that ball late, and you can see Juan Zamora may quickly become a fan favorite. On in, off the ball, screening, shielding, defensively, holding the ball as a target. They haven't seen, from my time around Juan, they haven't seen his best yet, but what you always get is 100% effort. And right now, you know, this is a very blue-collar town. a lot of aircraft industry,
sure.
Coke Industries. You know, growing up here, the one thing we talk about is, don't lose your assignment. Don't ever fail not to work hard. Take pride in wearing the kit. Be happy to be in front of a great fan base and working hard for the Wichita Wings. And Zamora embodies that. And there he is, winning that challenge down low, drawing a foul deep against Josue Jimenez.
You said it best, Blake. This is a blue-collar community, right? And all the Wings fan want to see is teams that are out there putting forth effort, both sides of the ball. They're working hard, they're working for the shirt, but, they're putting the work in, and every shift is a workman's-like shift.
Downing comes off, Henry on. Tenike, Hobson, Henry, Christian Lima, target man, Jared Robbins, ball into Robbins, lays it off for Lima, just misses. That's Armando Gonzalez on the counter, turns, looking for Ismael Morales, holds on to it too long, still on the ball, Gonzalez.
He showed good strength in that moment right there. That was good for him to not lose possession there.
Very technical for a big man. And there he is again with the soul on the ball.
Yeah, it was good, though, from Christian Lima to track back, though, which is going to be important. When Colorado gets out on the break, okay, the Wings players are tracking back, getting behind the ball, making things difficult for them.
It's Ventura in for Armando. Hammerski, distribution to Henry. Henry checks the middle, recycles to Sack. Sack finds Lima and Wichita looking forward. And rookie mistake there from Lima, who thought there was a pattern and didn't take a look before he played it. Maybe also Henry needing to give him an option the way he faces. Nevertheless, dispossessed, and Colorado slowing down, trying to calm this game down a little bit.
Wichita's doing a good job. They're not giving them anything. They're letting them weave their patterns, but everything's still out in front of them. Nothing. There's a penetrating ball there. That's a dangerous ball.
Ventura and Rivas, a little bit of miscommunication. So Felty picks it off and tries to play a ball forward to runner Christian Lima. Off Lima's heel and out of bounds. That's going to be a little bit of a line change for the Inferno. Oh, what a read, zone reading, and clip back to him. Juan Zamora, Henry, back to Henry from Zamora, over to Lucio, second post, and they miss him, but Zamora making a run. Lucio hits it off the board. Zamora wanted it to his feet. This is a great read from Sack. Unfortunately, he puts it straight out, but that gives Wichita an opportunity for a line change with Henry, Sack, and Espinoza off for Tenike, Laking, and Lauder. What do you think about Juan Zamora so far? Just reading that gap, daring him to play it, goes to the ground, and it starts a counterattack just on a little zone read, not even man marking there. Here comes Tenike. Zamora lays it off. That's a goal for Kevin Tenike. Great hold-up play and patience from Juan Zamora. Great strike from Tenike.
I was just going to say, Juan's going to get another goal, but the assist he gave right there, I don't think many people understand the quality of that ball that he just laid off. It was the perfect weight, so that all Kevin had to do was put his foot through the ball. That was a great assist from Zamora right there.
How many rookies at this level come into their first ever indoor game and are standing inside the top of the arch in the penalty spot right there with a clear look and one defender and don't force that shot? Zamora allows the pressure to come and just releases that easy little ball to an overlapping Tenike, and Kevin Tenike's going to finish that all day.
All day long, all day long. He's not going to miss from there.
Wichita now 11-2, 10 minutes and 32 seconds left in this third quarter. And Wichita, this isn't just a Colorado team that's laying down for them. These are some great goals in transition, finding second post, and some brilliant play from the youngsters and rookies who Wichita is just now getting some of these guys into the roster. Of course, Felty, who's on a pair today. Oh, there's a negative turnover from them. Outrunning is Lucio. This is going to be an easy one. Robbins, Lucio, tap in. Nothing Casey Gasson can do. Wichita again off a turnover out in transition, and this thing is out of control in Wichita.
Yeah, it is. This is if I'm the Inferno right now, you know, you might want to save that timeout for later, but, you know, I would be calling a timeout and you know, having a pretty stern word with my team right now. You know, look, you know, you can't get embarrassed. Right? You can't get embarrassed. You got to compete out there when you're playing.
Coaches up here, Bobby B, he approves, David, right here. Bobby,
It's Johnny Freedom giving a little love to Wichita soccer legend Bobby Bribieska, who's in the house tonight. Bobby B, as we call him. One of the first guys to really bring the game to Wichita, so kudos to Bobby, well-deserved break and comment there in the flow of play from Wichita to take a moment to acknowledge his time.
Bobby was my coach in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Coached a lot of great players over the years, a lot of great teams from Northwest
David
High
Lucio.
School. David Lucio as well. Your son, DeBray Holloman, who's now in Tacoma.
Correct.
The Tacoma Stars.
Tacoma Stars right now.
So let's talk a little bit about the target players. As you saw, that ball ripped off from big man Jared Robbins, commits the keeper in a 2v1, Lucio tap in. Saw the hold-up play there. Oh, cut from Rivas. Blocked from Kieran Lakin, who's excited. 12-2 and jacked up about getting a block.
Yeah.
That's that workmanlike effort we talked about. But what's the difference between Wichita's three-man target line and the amount of time on the field that you've seen with Armando Gonzalez and Ventura, who are laboring and fighting for everything they're getting, and Wichita running three lines and getting a couple goals from Felty, right? A couple assists from Jared Robbins up there, and then an assist from Juan Zamora. Zamora, Robbins, Felty, as opposed to what you're getting from Armando Gonzalez and Ventura.
Well, to be honest with you, you know, if you're running in threes as opposed to running in twos, okay, as a forward,
that's going to be a 2-minute penalty there. And that's actually, he may be done. That's this third card of the game for Josue Jimenez if he got a yellow card earlier. He got a 2, he got a yellow, and now he's going to be kicked. I think that's 3 if I'm not mistaken. Is it not 3 cards and you're gone?
I think so. I do believe so.
Didn't Jimenez get the yellow card 5-minute penalty?
I don't remember right now. The referee should have it, but obviously he didn't. So, but I think it's 3 blue cards. It's 3.
Oh, is it? I just thought
cards.
It was 3 cards of any color.
I'm thinking it's 3 blue cards.
I believe it's the other way, and in which case he took a 2-minute for coming off the bench, and then he got the yellow card for all the after the play stuff.
Yeah.
This is another 2-minute penalty, and Wichita makes him pay for it straight away. I believe that he should be gone, but we'll see if the referees, once they start writing this down. Brian Otten's down there. He's our crew chief, and he's one of the heads of this for M2 in this region, so we'll see.
Once again, another good power play for the Wichita Wings, right? They found the guy in a good scoring position, and he finished it well. Found the side netting. Not much the goalkeeper can do on that. You know, Colorado's losing their discipline, and it's costing them big time right now.
Now Jimenez needs to be very careful. I don't have his foul count here, but he's on a minimum of 2 cards, if not 3. And this accumulation could cost him a game tomorrow should he get tossed from this game. And they don't, you know, they're 7 hours away. You're not just picking up random bodies. They really need these legs tomorrow.
Yeah, they're making life very difficult for themselves. Here we go again on another odd man rush from Wichita. Yes, they're having troubles clearing their lines now.
There's Lucio down deep. He's going to get the ball. It's going to be on his left foot. If Zamora releases it, he doesn't. He looks for a shot. Probably the play there. Zamora getting a little bit hungry. Everybody's scoring but Juan at this point. He's had a brilliant game. Right play right there was to dump it to Lucio and give him either an option to goal or a clear out and let him isolate on his left foot. And Juan will look back at the video and figure that out. Morales fakes punches it with his hands to try to detour Downing, and Downing doesn't take the bait, but always liked Ishmael Morales as a player. Can't say I've seen a lot of that in the indoor game, but acts like he's going to handball it and pulls his hands away.
A little cheeky there.
Yeah. There's Rivas now running in and trying to get in behind as that target instead of the mid. Ventura on the ball. He's given the hold-up play. Switches with Rivas, who's in behind. Now a ball thrown into the corner. That's left for Hammerski. Ventura comes in just a little bit late, nicks him. Hammerski chatting with the crew chief official there. It looks like Brian Bauer.
Yep.
Good pressure from Zamora. Rivas recycles. Colorado's shift for some of these guys, Ventura, Rivas, now over a minute. And these shifts are getting longer and longer as they get even more tired.
See, and this is where Colorado's not being smart. They've had Wichita on for quite a while, right? And they should be looking to make their changes, right? But they're not doing that right now, and so they're going to stay on tired.
Yeah, if they could have made those changes, kept Wichita on a little bit more. There's a poor decision from Peter Espinoza to jump in front and clear that out. He was looking for a foul, but Wichita really doesn't need to give up a free kick or a set piece opportunity at the top of the box on a ball bouncing in the air around the yellow line. That's one of those challenges that just allows them now to take this media timeout and come back with a set piece to draw a goal closer.
Yeah, it's and this is you don't want to give up set pieces because if this is seems to be the only way that the Colorado team is going to get goals tonight is if you give them set pieces. So that was probably obviously not Peter's best moment, but they have a chance to still defend this and keep the score at two goals.
Yeah, Peter's probably right. Got bodied just a little bit there, but guy been around the indoor game his whole life. Grew up around Roy Turner, and Roy Turner's son's been a Wings fan most of his life and's been in this team for the last 3 years. Had an injury that he's been overcoming for the last couple to his Achilles, but he definitely, after his surgery or not, he's been a broadcasted the radio broadcast for the Wichita Wings when you were head coaching in 11, 12, and 13. So he's seen enough of it. When he shook his head, it wasn't just, hey, referee, I got fouled. It was frustrating because he put his team in this position.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Peter, intelligent enough guy, great organizational guy. Whether he's in the roster, on the broadcast, all the way back to 2010, he's gave his all. And that soccer show that we did in the return to the Wichita Wings, as you recall, you would be there quite a bit. Peter was always there and heading that deal up. So appreciate Peter as a player, as a broadcaster, and everything he brings to the organization.
Just another great example of the history that the Wichita Wings have. To bring a guy like Peter Espinoza in, all those accolades that you just talked about, and here he is doing his work for the Wings now down on the pitch.
Sack and Espinoza wide. That Sack takes a block again. Wichita very organized on this. That's a clearance from Espinoza, picked up by Gasson. Gasson wide right there to Torres. Torres patient on the ball. He finds Rivas. And Wichita content with sitting in this mid-block, if you will, and just kind of man-marking and allowing the game to come to them. Clearance from Henry, flicked on Perez with some pressure, and he's going to pressure first touch now. Speeds up Torres. Tried to be picked off by Espinoza, and now he's applying pressure to Jimenez. Jimenez swings and misses. Rivas now recycles to Gasson and asks the referee for a foul. Gasson deep. That's Josue Jimenez down into a little bit of a challenge there with Peter Espinoza. Not much in it, but Jimenez asking for a trainer, and on comes Sarah Miller from one of our sponsors, Mid-America Orthopedics. We always appreciate Mid-America Orthopedics. Do everything from rehabilitation, trainers, just going through rehab, all the way to surgeries, be it a knee or an ankle. They also highly renowned here for one of their sponsorships for our outdoor friends, the FC Wichita.
That's great to have a partner like that. It's always great to have good partners, and they sound like they're a very great partner.
Yeah, I mean, you're around the game, you recruit, you're a college coach, you coach in the ECNL National League at that level from a youth standpoint, 18s, 17s, 18s, 19s, those ages, and then collegiately. And you've seen a lot of those teams, whether it's guys coming in from Dallas or the St. Louis Scott Gallaghers or whoever's coming into Wichita. And as you're out at those, you almost always see a presence from Mid-America Orthopedics, and definitely the Wichita Wings and the soccer community in general. We thank you for your service to the soccer community. There's distribution deep to Branson Felty from Stephen Hammerski. Hammerski already on an assist to Branson Felty. Runner out of the mid, that's Taylor Henry. Touch forward, and is he going to calm down, or is he going to go 1v1 against Rivas? beats Rivas, recycles to Laking, and Laking's going to calm down, play this skip pass here, LeBaron to Alex Perez with Felty in as the target man, looking for the ball off the boards, and he's got it. Oh, and that's going to be a foul against Marcus Jordan.
That's really that good indoor ball there, the way to make use of the boards. You know, those of you that are looking to play indoor, there's a good example of how to play indoor utilizing the board. There's another good example right there.
Yeah, everybody thought they were going to bounce this ball back to Brent Hobson, and Laking was going to dummy run it. And instead, off the boards, Hobson now in a 1v1 down low against Armando Gonzalez. Brent Hobson does so well to just take away options and stand players up. Not a lot of physicality, but enough. Just a little hand check, always in front of the play, and inviting Gonzalez to recycle the ball. Now Brent Hobson's out on a run if Laking can find him, but he can't. Plays it back to Lauder. Now across to Tenike, touch forward. Wichita's out in a 3v3 right here. He's going to find Juan Zamora down low. Zamora in a 1v1, looking for his shot. This is dangerous, and it's deflected. Good block there from what appears to be Torres.
There was a good example of Juan Zamora where he will improve once he learns the indoor game, because Kevin had made a good run into the box, and if Juan would have read that, he could have played the ball off the end boards. It would have been right in the path of Kevin for goal number 14. But he'll learn
Great
that.
header from Sack to put Lima through. Sack running off of him. Lima gets brought down from behind. Probably a 2-minute penalty, but maybe in a game where it's a little bit closer in this 13-2 affair. Now Lima's been battling an ankle injury. We've seen that over the last few weeks. Started in the Central Cup in Kansas City against the Kansas City Comets. But let me move on to Daniel Sack, the technician, who usually is a block artist for the Wichita Wings. But there, easy as you like, just allows the play to develop and the keeper to get screened, shapes that ball in the side net across goal, and Casey Gasson has his work cut out for him yet in this game.
I tell you what, everything Wichita's hitting is golden right now. You know, Colt keeper was screened a little bit on that one for sure, but if they just keep getting shots on target, they're gonna get 20 goals this game.
Yeah, really not forcing the issue either, taking the opportunities out in transition, but that's just Daniel Sack holds the play up, uses the sole of his foot, and decides, hey, nobody's going to step out and pressure me. I'm standing inside the yellow line and the keeper's screened. I'm just going to pick out this corner. A well played from Sack and very accurate finish.
Yeah, it's very good finish. The Wings have done a really good job of taking their opportunities and doing well with finding the right areas of the goal to get the goal. You know, defensively, they've done a good job. Like this is a good example. Done a good job of winning balls and then slowing the game down, finding this target player and everything.
Yeah, good ball in from Sack to Lima, who takes that off the boards and tries to beat the keeper with the header. Really, if he powers that thing on frame, it may be in. He had Gasson just a bit off his line. Downing in for the follow-up. Now here's Downing in a 1v1, and he just can't get to the ball. Gasson on the ball, lays it down to. I'm going to try this. Devin Gudicesi. Gudicesi to Gonzalez. Armando Gonzalez now lays it down the wall and broken up by Lima. Robbins with the little hold-up play, and this will allow a line change for Wichita as they play side to side.
Normally, Roger's a target player. Am I correct?
Yeah, he is, but, you know, Wichita's short, and they got Juan Zamora back before Guillermo Oliveira, before Alfonso Lopez, so Roger is running the 3 lines. He's running a 3rd line in the midfield right now just to give us that 16th body. 2 games on the weekend. Wichita really had to be all hands on deck. There's a ball in from Armando Gonzalez and Dominguez Ventura, or Ventura Dominguez, if you will. Easy little finish for him. Hammerski going low, and Ventura gets on the stat sheet in a good way for the Colorado Inferno. And big man's covered a lot of ground today, so Coach John Wells definitely happy to see him get going. Hopefully he can bring some confidence into tomorrow's match and then obviously the rest of the season for the Inferno.
Yeah, they're gonna need it. They're gonna need, you know, players like him to step up tomorrow, or tomorrow's game. You know, because, you know, it's indoor. A lot of goals can happen quickly, but if the Wings defend this well and play well, okay, oh, there's another one. Okay.
Zamora out defending. It really wasn't struck that well. Steven Hammerski must have been screened by that, as Steve Torres just takes that, and maybe Steve Torres takes that on his right foot, comes back across goal. Hammerski maybe cheating a bit to the left and just doesn't pick that up on a slow roller to the near
post. It was a smart little finish, though. You know, he rolled it deep into the corner, you know, but like you said, Hammerski may have been leaning a little bit to his left, opened up that space to the right side of the goal.
The Wings need to make sure, even though this game's a bit out of hand here and they're winning well, you know, not to pick up bad habits in these moments and just start flying forward. And turnovers like that, you got a guy taking a shot at the top of the box, you're a yard or two off, that's too much space. He only needs a foot to shoot. So Wichita just needs to calm down and continue to, like you were talking about earlier, keeping players on the field. It's a great opportunity for Wichita to stretch legs for this team for tomorrow. While Wichita might be able to go into the bench a little bit, I think you'll see 2 or 3 players that haven't capped yet, that are rookie players, that haven't got into any games yet for the Wings, at least a couple that I know of tomorrow. Look, the Inferno don't have that opportunity, right? They traveled what they traveled. Wichita really could keep some of these guys on and use more legs for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, that's going to be an important piece of what's going to happen for the rest of this game. Okay, can Wichita hold on to the ball and make the Inferno work? And you know, because to be honest, they don't need more goals. They're going to get more goals, but they don't need any more goals. What they need to do is manage this game, you know, and keep the Inferno, you know, on the field as much as possible.
And Henry just saw that there was no options and the press was coming up a little bit higher and dumped that ball out of necessity. But Armando Gonzalez, who's had to have played as many minutes as anybody at this point, just a little bit lazy with the pass there, and it's got to be, again, their first game back into this season. And he's on a 2-man lineup there, was also in on multiple power plays, including a 4v3 power play. Hammerski off his line to collect. He's done well with it, and you find Sack. Sack swings it over now to Pete, who's not paying attention. Peter Espinoza was trying to sub.
Yeah,
really, Sack's ball. That's in the back of the net from Christian Lima, is an own goal to Wichita off the boot of Christian Lima, but that's going to count as the 5th goal for the Colorado Inferno. And the mistake, you can yell at Espinoza all you want, but Sack needed to find Colin Lauder, not Peter Espinoza. Espinoza was substituting, was all the way over to the dashboard looking to sub, and Colin Lauder standing in the corner. He was the easy pass that allowed for the line change. Sack opts to play the ball to Espinoza, who's not looking. But Sack, under no pressure at all, didn't need to make that urgent pass.
Correct. You know, Wichita's got the 2 timeouts, okay? Granted, they're at the end of the half, but if Colorado gets another goal, then they may want to take a timeout and say, look, guys, we need to sort this out right now because, you know, we can't go into tomorrow's game giving them momentum.
I agree. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go down to Johnny Freedom with some musical chairs soccer edition for us here between the 3rd and 4th quarter break.
This is Brooklyn. Fans, we cheer for Brooklyn. And what's your name? Oh, it's Emma. And sir, your name? This is Troy. You didn't get any chairs, man. All right, so we're doing magical chairs, y'all. Magical chairs. What's going to happen? You guys are going to run around these chairs while the music plays. DJ Kiki, you ready, bro? So as soon as he starts playing the music, you guys go around. As soon as the music stops, one of these guys is going to roll out soccer balls, kick them in the goal, and there's only 2 chairs. So one of y'all, out. You ready? Kiki, I think we're ready, Kiki. Here we go. Oh, that's messed up, Chico. Oh! Bro. back now between you two. No shooting, girls. Kiki, I think we're ready. Go. One ball this time.
We're back. We got a balloon pop going on the other side of the arena here. Crazy Coob in the historic balloon pop. If you hear the popping in the background, that's a couple hundred balloons that Coob brings out for the game, and a tradition started by Crazy George for old indoor soccer fans. Crazy George brought that to Wichita back in the early 80s, and Tim Coob, now dubbed Crazy Coob, gets the crowd going for us between the third and fourth quarter. 14 minutes and 30 seconds left in this match. This is the fourth quarter. Ishmael Morales dispossesses Colin Lauder. Wichita up 14-5. Like you said, LeBaron, if Colorado scores the next one here, Wichita's gave up some pretty poor goals. In fact, scored an own goal out of that.
Yep.
Really have gotten sloppy after they extended the lead and got up to 13. Started the half pretty poorly, gave up a quick goal, came back with a couple easy sitters, and then the Daniel Sack goal. But otherwise have been fairly sloppy, and now just needing to clean a few things up here and not allow this Colorado team to gain any confidence out of this quarter. There's Lima and Zamora converging down there. Ventura steps in and wins it. Lima on the ball. Wichita's going to have that as it bounces off Ventura and out of bounds. There's that target play from Zamora, a little roll-off. Just mistimed the support from Downing, but
yeah, he was getting tugged on and pulled, though. He did a very good job of holding that ball up under circumstances that he was under.
Wichita on a free kick. Not sure what they're running here, but Brent Hobson on his left foot, stacked to the right. I'm going to guess Hobson. It comes to Hobson. He dumps it down to Zamora. Zamora's going to have to reset. He should have. He tries to take on Armando Gonzalez, who takes it off of him, turns, holds the ball. Battle between Gonzalez and Zamora. Zamora fouling, and Gonzalez does his bit, his impression of Juan Zamora holding up the play, drawing fouls.
Yeah, Zamora didn't need to foul him there. He had his back to him in a deep position there. He just needed to hold him in that position.
Rookies, they don't understand yet. They haven't taken that fourth foul and a half where they put their team into a man down situation or haven't fouled out of a game. Really no reason to foul there at all ever. And there's a 2-minute penalty against Casey Gasson, and I'm thinking it might be more than a shootout. It looked like it was in the box at the penalty spot. Very well could be a penalty kick. I know there's plenty of guys that could take this, but Felty gets another distribution from the keeper and could be on a hat trick if they let him take this, but it's got to be a penalty kick. Taylor Henry off the bench to maybe want this.
Colorado, 2-minute penalty number 28.
It's going to be Kieran Laking. Brent Hobson now stepping forward. Nobody knows whose it's going to be, but at the end of the day, That foul was committed inside the box, last man back foul. It'll be a PK for Brent Hobson, which would kill the penalty for Wichita. This penalty is being served by Armando Gonzalez, who first guy with his hand in the air to take a 2-minute break. I don't blame him. The man's logged more minutes than anybody. To see if Casey Gasson, who committed this foul, can make a save. Hobson off the woodwork, deflected by Robbins over to Lauder. We've seen that earlier. Lauder misses the shot. Power plays on. Hobson, Robbins, Lauder, Laking, Tenike. 2 left footers on. They really need to change Hobson and Tenike, and they've done it. Now the right-footed Kevin Tenike to the left. He's going to get the ball. Swung right to Laking. Now Hobson. Now Tenike. Swinged it to Laking, looking at Laking's left foot. This is going to be a shot for Tenike if it's laid off, and it is. Mishandles it and takes a pass. Wichita probing patiently, and that one just a little high from Kieran Laking. Hobson hits that thing off the upper 90. Tried to maybe changed his mind at the last minute, but just tried to hit it. Those are pretty point blank, LeBaron. You got to put a little pace on them.
You do, because it's not a big goal, you know, and they're big, although they're bigger today than they were back in the day, but it's not a big goal, and you just want to hammer it, you know, that way if the keeper guesses the right way, he still can't get a touch on the ball.
Well, that, again, there's Rivas on the ball. He's surrounded by 2 Wings players who don't need to foul here and waste any more of this time. Wichita has 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the power play, and they're going to reset. But this power play comes off a foul from Casey Gasson, Inferno goalkeeper, who fouled Branson Felty in the box. Felty on his 3rd run from distribution from the goalkeeper. This one, Aaron Parrott, who's came in for Stephen Hammerski. Now Wichita on a 5v4 power play. 45 seconds left in the penalty. Side to side to Hobson here.
If they can find, there we go, find Colin Lauder down in that position a little bit sooner, he's got the ball into Jarrett Robbins for a goal.
30 seconds left.
And then it collapses the
right
defense.
There it is,
well,
right there. There it is, right there. There you go.
Well, good call, LeBaron. That's why you are the color commentary here. Good decision, puts it off the boards. There's Kieran Lakin for his 2nd goal of the night, hanging out on the back post. But that ball deep into the corner collapses the diamond that Colorado's playing, and even if nothing comes of it and they defend it well, now you can recycle the ball back out in the skip pass quicker, and it shifts them from deep in a corner to the other side. So if it's not on there on that little ball across that you were just talking about that did generate a goal for Wichita, maybe the opposite side edge of the box, in swinger or the strong-sided foot, for instance. This would have been Laking, but once all that happened, Laking ducked down. Lauder tucked in for the ball across from Robbins, and Laking, who was the player on the right side of this that was looking for the left-footed shot from a higher position, now gets the backdoor tap in.
There you go. Yeah, that ball down in that corner, like you said, collapses the diamond, and then it just creates so many opportunities, whether it's opportunities inside the box or if they want to swing it back out, because they've collapsed so much when they swing it back out, whoever receives it's in closer to goal with a much better look on goal.
Here's number 10, Francisco Rivas, after a Wichita foul. Rivas is on the ball, 2 men on the wall, Zamora and Henry. Rivas lays it off wide. Inferno in possession. Aaron Parrott to the ground there, defending just a bit. This is Espinoza's going to try to outrun Colorado defense, and he does. Gets a toe poke off. Gasson leaves it lying for him, and Espinoza picks up the next ball and almost scores there on a counter. Torres now with a little hold-up play, swings the ball over to Perez. Frankie Perez on the ball. Now Daniel Sack. Wichita did well defensively, and can now Wichita possess this ball just a little bit, get a line change. The boys have been on for over a minute. Guys like Peter Espinoza have made that defensive run twice and offensive run once. And this is a great opportunity for Wichita to calm down and hold the ball and make those changes.
That was one of the better presses from Colorado Inferno, though. They did a good job of pressing the ball and putting Wichita under a little bit of pressure, forcing some bad passes. So that was one of their better presses. The problem is, they can't sustain it. They can't keep it up.
Gonzalez to Evera back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez tries to find Rivas down the top of the key. He misses him, but Rivas fighting, grinding to win the ball back against Taylor Henry. He's into the corner. He's drawn a foul. That's a combination of Taylor Henry and Jared Robbins against Francisco Rivas, reigning Golden Boot winner of the MASL 2 from last season. Rivas lays this off, and that thing sent to the top of 109 on a mission to Mars, but shot like a rocket from Armando Gonzalez. Just a little bit high, and it kept carrying. Aaron Parrott again in goal here for Stephen Hammerski. Hammerski back tonight after clearing concussion protocol. Parrott coming in for the rest of this match. Felty to Laking. Laking and Tenite combine here, and looks like Colorado wants to pick up their pressure just a little bit higher.
Felty, he does such a good job of getting on the end of balls he probably shouldn't. He's that player that has a nose for the ball and can get to it.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like he's just scrappy enough. He's no real quit in him, and he's always finding a way to positions himself between the boards and the player, and here he is again, and maybe just needed to take a touch there, but last second he pops in and had the best opportunity to that ball.
And I think if he hadn't slipped there, he might have got to that one as well.
Clearance from Tenike, held up from Felty, back to Laking, and if Wichita can switch this, they would have been out in transition. That hit the board, so it's not going to be an intentional clearance, but definitely intentionally put out down the field by Tenike, gets a piece of the boards and deflects out of bounds. Alex Perez, Juan Zamora, Colin Lauder, Kevin Tenike, Kieran Laking for Wichita.
Who we haven't seen for a little bit is David Lucio. I hope he's okay. There's nothing going on with him. Maybe he's just giving other guys an opportunity to play, but we haven't seen David in a while.
I'm guessing with Roger out there, Zamora tangled up and goes over the back of Ejura Dominguez. Juan Zamora says me, but he's, of course, yes, it was a clothesline or a horse collar tackle if you're in the NFL. But yeah, you're right. I don't think there was much in it. In that last challenge against Lucio, or from Lucio. What a block from Kieran Laking.
From Kieran Laking and Aaron Parrott.
Well, I'm guessing Coach Roger Downing's running in that third line from a midfield and just said, hey, look, you're not good save there. Good shot from Marcus Jordan. Tries to catch Parrott, screened a little bit, and Parrott parries that ball over the top. More than likely, this is a play for tomorrow with David Lucio.
Yeah.
Wichita needing David Lucio, and more than likely just saying, hey, look, you're a couple games back from a back injury.
Right.
Let's shut it down and make sure we have you 100% for tomorrow.
That's probably a good call. Because, I anticipate tomorrow's game probably is not going to look a lot like this game. Maybe it will. Maybe Colorado's not going to have the legs to come out and run, but I don't know if they have a plan B, though.
Yeah, for Wichita, that tomorrow being able to bring a few more players to the table, but right now getting the Peter Espinosas, Roger Downing, that three-line rotation with the targets fine, but getting as many of those guys into the play as we can and saving some legs. So well played from Roger Downing to save some legs for tomorrow.
I was at the very first game. I am so glad to see you. Come on, man! And I don't know.
Touching me, touching you. Here we go. Sweet Caroline. So good. So good. Oh, you
We're back here with 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the match. 15-5, Wichita leads the Colorado Inferno. Both teams have made goalkeeper changes. So we now have number 0, Brando Bustos, in for Casey Gasson, and number 1, Aaron Parrott, in for Steven Hammerski. Parrott off his line, picks that ball up, looks down the field. Wichita's was content with playing out of the back, but Colorado's high press took that away, puts it down the field. Now a counter.
I think he's trying to play Perez in.
He's trying to play that one deep into the glass, the plexiglass down there in the corner, and just hits it. But he was also thinking one ball ahead, put the ball into the corner, grab a sub, and just didn't allow that to stay in bounds. But nevertheless, Wichita runs off a target, a second forward, and a midfielder at that point in order to get some fresh legs in. Francisco Evera to the ground, not happy with the challenge from Peter Espinoza. Not much in it. They both move on, and now Colorado shot blocked from Espinoza.
I remember back when I was playing, that free kick would have happened right where the block was, because that was one of the rules. Wherever the block happened, that's where the free kick was taken from.
If the block was straight out of bounds, the restart was from the contact from the block.
Correct.
What if it was in the box?
If it was in the box, it'd be brought to the top of the box.
So you take it to the top of the arch. Anything else is a spot, basically a spot clearance. Interesting. That was the NPSL?
NPSL, yeah, back in the NPSL days. But that's when we had 3-point goals, 2-point goals, and you see score lines of 22-20, because of that.
Felt like we may see 20 goals today, and there's probably still, we have seen 20 at 15-5, but Wichita, back in those days, 15 goals on the board was 40.
Exactly. Yeah, it was, it was exciting for the fans, because
the penalties and shootouts were 1 goal. Everything else was 2 or 3.
2 or 3, correct. Yep. And before they even put the 3-point arc in, it was behind the yellow line. That was a 3-point goal.
Yeah, it was always exciting. Ishmael Morales on the ball. A name we haven't had to call much today, thankfully for Wings fans, because Morales, heck of a player. Been a key player in Colorado for years. Blocked there by Felty. Espinoza collects but clears it away. Morales back on the ball, and he recycles it all the way back to Bustos. Bustos to Jimenez. Back to Morales. Gallardo, Ben Gallardo on the ball. Now Gallardo had released it. Now he's on this run. That's Brent Hobson standing him up in the corner against the boards. 5 minutes now left.
Yeah, Wichita's content to see this game out, and Colorado's not doing any damage right now. Everything's still in front of Wichita, and then they get these opportunities like this, and it's where they should look to get changes, right? And which is what they're doing, that's really good indoor soccer right there from Wichita.
And Zamora on a diagonal, and Sack's looking to find him. He's played it in over the top. Well played from Daniel Sack. Juan Zamora into the air. It's not the greatest first touch, spinning away, but off the line comes Bustos. He punches that clear, in Wichita. A couple more changes. It's a foul, goes against Christian Lima. Lima and Armando Gonzalez fighting a little bit. 2 of the more physical players in this match so far.
Yeah, I don't know how you can pick one out for that call,
Yeah, I think you just have to let them play on. Maybe the original ball from Kieran Lakin that put Lima into, a ball going away from the flow of play that he had to run onto with the defender on him was probably the one that you'd take back and say, hey, this one caused all of that. But yeah, it looked like a couple players fighting, nothing came out of it, but it goes against Christian Lima. Zamora on the ball here. Wichita Wings rookie. Turns Devin Gudicesi. Now this is Roger Downing, flicks it back across, misses Zamora.
There was 2 players making the same run right there. Lima and Zamora.
Yeah, no counter run off of that. I think Zamora's run was the second run.
Yeah.
And, he needed to make a counter run when the other run was in front of him. But didn't it seem like maybe Downing could have just give us a little, hold the ball there, relax, we don't need to force that?
I think so. He could have, but, if he connects that pass, if Zamora makes a little better run, and more towards the top of the box, then he collects that ball.
Oh, there's Alex Perez with a shot. This game, if it hadn't been wide open before, it is now. And here comes Colorado in a 4v2. Saved by Parrott. Cleared out by Perez. Robbins goes ahead and sends it the rest of the way. That's Aaron Douglas. Johnny Freedom wants an I believe chant. If you're a Wings fan and you don't believe they're going to win right now,
yeah,
you can believe in that.
Yeah. They say it's not over until the fat lady sings. Well, she's warming up right now.
Ball from Perez down, great ball, finds Hobson in the corner. Hobson on the right-footed shot, Bustos to the ground. He saves it. Miscommunication there between Bustos and Hill.
That was a great ball from Perez. That was a fantastic find.
What a tackle from Hobson. And those, when you're arriving right when they're clearing it, can always become an ankle injury, so hopefully he's all right. It looks like Felty, scrappy, comes out of that. Finds Sack. Sack goes down hard. That's going to be a 2-minute penalty to finish out this game for the Colorado Inferno. Rightfully so. And you hope that nobody picks up injuries late in this game.
Right.
And we had a couple hard challenges there. Hobson to the ground, challenging at the feet of Francisco Evera, defender for Colorado, while he was clearing it, not necessarily clearing it, but driving a ball downfield. So he made that contact with the ball as Hobson had a little bit more behind him, and he, grimacing, goes to the ground, jumps back up to defend Felty, who, was drawing a little bit of extra contact from the frustration of Evera, but then a 2-minute penalty to Colorado puts the Wings back on the power play, and I'm guessing they're not just going to kill this game off right now. It's a timeout, recoup here, and figure out how to go about this. You don't want to tell them not to use this as an opportunity to score goals and to work on your power play. In the flow of play at 5v5, maybe you take your foot off the pedal a little bit and run this out. But is this an opportunity for Roger Downing to continue to implement things they work on the training field?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you got a power play, and you want to continue to push the boundaries of improving on your power play. And so this is another opportunity. So I don't think they sit on this lead. They're looking to score a goal and create chances off this power play.
Yeah, and with this being a doubleheader and tomorrow this game coming back, the Wings definitely looking to keep their foot on the pedal, control the game, come out with as much confidence, and improving week to week to week. A big homestand for Wichita as they have this 2 games here today and tomorrow against the Colorado Inferno, and then welcome the New Mexico Runners on Saturday, January 15th at 7 p.m. kickoff here at Hartman Arena. And that'll give the Wichita Wings an opportunity right now, who are certainly going to finish this game at 3-0. A result tomorrow puts them at 4-0 and a chance to start the season again 5-0. So tomorrow, big match between these two. Inferno trying not to end up in the cellar at 0-2. Wichita trying to take control of the MASL2 Midwest Conference, which would be a start of 4-0. Little bit more to do here. Minute and 30 seconds left. Trying to get Hobson back on the field in order to run this power play. And just as we talked about, Captain Kevin Teneyck not interested in just killing this game off and standing on the ball.
Right.
Wanting to work on the power play. Ball back to Teneyck from Hobson. Bounces it across to Laking. Laking patient, down low to Lauder. Lauder out to Hobson. Hobson looking for the left foot. He finds Teneyck on the right. Teneyck sails that one a little bit high, but a good look from the guys. A little bit of interchange down low between Lauder and Teneyck. A screen, and then Ten Eyck, as the ball's arriving, overlapping, coming back to his strong foot. Restart for Wichita, unconventional, 2 men on the wall, lays it to Hobson. What a free kick from Wichita. And very, very well done in a great opportunity because they could only have 2 players on the wall. One screens the wall, the other one lays it off. That's an easy little goal, but look, great goal. Down a man, they could only have 2 on the wall, right? So it was a great time to call that play.
That's a great set piece. That's a very good set piece.
That's Kevin Ten Eyck from Brent Hobson. Ten Eyck plays that restart into Hobson. Hobson lays it off. Meanwhile, you got big man Jared Robbins standing as a third player on that wall. And not too many guys in this league running around that load of man right there. He's got to be, 6'4", 6'5". We're going to call it 250, but I'm betting the scale just stops at 250. Joking, Jared, but seriously. It's a lot to get around there, LeBaron, so he doesn't even have to play a pick play. Hobson's just turning and shielding Robbins. Robbins screening everybody else, and that's an easy finish inside the box from Ten Eyck, who just puts his head down and smacks it.
And that's putting players in the right position right there. That's what that's called.
Zamora and Rivas here against the boards. Foul against Zamora. Bit of a fight down there between Zamora and Rivas for possession. De La Rosa on the ball. They recycle the ball back out.
10 seconds left.
Foul down low against Rivas, and Rivas and Zamora still going at it just a little bit. Fireworks going into the next match tomorrow, LeBaron.
Yeah.
Late in this match, Colorado's certainly not going to like this result and expect them to come out with a little bit of fight tomorrow. And that's it from Wichita, 16-5. Great match for Wichita, working on a lot of things. Both teams smiling, getting ready for tomorrow's match, and always a great group and organization after the games are over. There's never been any extracurricular activity against the Inferno when we've played them. In fact, the Orange Army, if you're an Orange Army member, you stay for about an hour after the game up in the Orange Army Lounge. And the Colorado players are known for going in and showering and coming back and having a drink or a meal and hanging out with the Orange Army. So it's always great to have them. And you see now them kind of killing some of that. But tonight's man of the match, the Eagle, Colin Lauder, got it started for Wichita early. Lauder, hat trick plus 2 assists, 3 goals, 2 assists. A great showing for the boys in general. But Colin Lauder, Ten Eyck on a hat trick as well. Multiple goals from Laking. Good result for the guys.
That's a great result. That's a great result. Wings are keeping it rolling, right? They're doing a good job of keeping things going in a positive direction, and tonight was another great opportunity, and they took it well.
We're going to turn on the ambient mic here and see if we can hear Johnny Freedom and Colin Lauder. Colin Lauder's the man of the match. He's down there signing autographs instead of interviewing. But, folks, we're done from Hartman Arena. Enjoy the post-game conversation between Johnny Freedom and your man of the match, Colin Lauder. We'll see you tomorrow. Kickoff 5 p.m.
For the Eagle, Colin Lauder. For those of you that don't know why we call him the Eagle, it's because Colin is an Eagle Scout, aren't you, Colin? That is correct. An Eagle Scout, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout. The highest level of scouting Colin achieved that before he went to Drake University and was a Division I soccer player at Drake. He was a Boy Scout and he achieved the rank of Eagle. And man, Eagle just fixed your game tonight, baby. You were soaring all over the place. How'd it feel to get 3 goals tonight?
It was great. Miss my wife and kids. They're at home. Just a little bit under the weather, but hey, I'm having a great time with you guys. Woo!
Yeah, we like the energy. So, Colin, you get 3 goals. It feels good to get some goals, but also some assists tonight. What do you think happened? So we had a 7-6 there win, but we looked a little rusty against Omaha. What happened tonight? What's the difference tonight? Because, I mean, let's be honest, Colorado's a great team. The last time we played them in Colorado, they beat us 16-6. We took them to the house 16-5 tonight. What's the difference between last week and this week?
Colorado, Springs, Denver, Fort Collins.
This week we went together, moved the ball around, didn't get into as many tackles as last week, but came away with the dub. Not as many injuries, but hopefully you guys like it.
Well, we're going to come back for round 2 tomorrow. Right, Wings fans? Round 2 tomorrow, 5 o'clock kickoff against the Inferno. How about these 2 birds right here? Colin the Lauder, Colin the Eagle Lauder, and our fire chicken, Chico. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Lauder, your man of the match. And give yourselves a round of applause. These best fans in indoor soccer right here in Wichita, Kansas.